Fallout universe looks like a goofy retro wasteland on the surface. Vault Boy thumbs up, cheesy music, bottle caps as money. But underneath that surface is some seriously dark, disturbing, and strange lore. Today, we're diving into the Fallout Iceberg, starting with well-known facts at the top and descending into the deepest, most unsettling secrets hidden in the wasteland. Let's begin. Vault-Tec was evil. Most Fallout players already know this, but it needs to be said. The vaults were never meant to save humanity. Instead of protecting people from nuclear war, Vault-Tec used the vaults as human experiments, testing things like isolation, overcrowding, mind control, forced mutations, and social collapse. Vault 101 kept its doors sealed forever. Vault 11 forced residents to sacrifice people yearly. Vault 22 turned people into plant monsters. The bombs were just the beginning. The nuclear apocalypse that ended the world, it lasted about 2 hours. In that time, the United States, China, and possibly other nations launched everything they had. Civilization ended before most people even understood what was happening. Many people in Fallout didn't die slowly, they died instantly, confused and afraid. Ghouls are still human. Ghouls aren't zombies. They're humans whose DNA was scrambled by radiation, but their minds survived. The horrifying part? Many ghouls remember the bombs falling and have been alive for over 200 years, slowly watching their bodies rot while society treats them as monsters. And some ghouls go feral. Not because they're evil, but because their minds finally break. Vault-Tec may have started the war. This is where things get controversial. There are strong hints across multiple games that Vault-Tec may have deliberately triggered the nuclear war, or at least helped ensure it happened. Why? Because their experiments required a nuclear apocalypse to begin. If peace broke out, Vault-Tec's entire business model would collapse. Nothing is confirmed, but the implications are terrifying. The Enclave are the real US government. The Enclave aren't just villains. They are the direct continuation of the pre-war US government, including politicians, generals, and corporations. They believed everyone else on Earth was genetically contaminated and deserved to die. In their eyes, you are the mutant. FEV was never meant to save humanity. The forced evolutionary virus wasn't designed to help humans adapt. It was designed as a biological weapon. Super mutants weren't a mistake. They were a side effect Vault-Tec and the US government didn't care about. Entire towns were kidnapped and thrown into vats of green sludge just to see what would happen. Children were experimented on multiple vaults, experimented on children specifically, testing psychological trauma, forced indoctrination, and isolation. In some cases, kids were the only survivors of their vaults, left permanently broken. Fallout never shows this directly, but the evidence is there if you look. Some vaults had no purpose at all. A few vaults didn't even test anything meaningful. They were made just to fail. Vault-Tec wanted chaos, data, suffering, anything they could measure. Human life was disposable. Fallout is a post-apocalypse. Here's the deepest idea of all. Fallout isn't about rebuilding civilization. It's about humanity failing over and over again. Every faction repeats the same mistakes: power, control, ideology, violence. The bombs didn't end the world. Human nature did. That's the Fallout Iceberg, at least part of it. The deeper you dig, the less Fallout feels like a silly retro shooter, and more like a warning about unchecked power, corporations, and blind faith in authority. If you enjoyed this, let me know which part messed you up the most, and if you want a part 2, because trust me, this iceberg goes even deeper. Catch you later.